Hello everyone, welcome to this video and thanks for joining me again. I mentioned in my last video that I was headed to the Black Hills and I talked about two campsites or camping areas I checked out that didn't work out for me for different reasons. The Sand Creek Access area near Beulah, Wyoming, and the Belle Fourche Dam and Reservoir near Belle Fourche, South Dakota. So I ended up at a state park. I came back over into Wyoming to Keyhole State Park. Keyhole State Park is a Wyoming state park that surrounds the Keyhole Reservoir near Moorcroft or Pine Haven, Wyoming. This is a very popular reservoir during the summer months with boaters and anglers. It's also fairly popular during the winter with people for ice fishing, but apparently during April it's real quiet. In fact, at this state park there are 10 campgrounds that combined have more than 200, I think more than 220 camping spots. In this case, the one I'm staying at has 44 campsites spread out across 4 different sections that span about a mile, and I am literally the only person here. It's great. I'm sharing this entire campground with a herd of mule deer and a rabbit and some birds. It's wonderful. Absolutely what I needed. Fees here run $17 a night for camping for non-residents, but Wyoming residents get in for $10 a night for camping, so hard to beat that. Had a bit of an adventure when I arrived because, as it turns out, in the springtime when it's not busy, the fee booth, the pay booth is closed, and so you have to self-register, and I didn't have enough cash to do that, so I only could pay for one night. Then the second day I had to go drive around all the way to Pine Haven, which is somewhere over there on the opposite side of the lake, like 6 miles away, so I could find an ATM machine and get some more cash so I could pay for another few nights here. Basically I ended up spending the week here. Unfortunately, I had to go in on the middle of the week one day. It was cloudy the day before, and then it rained all night and all that day. And I finally depleted my batteries, and I just had to go into town and plug in, and do some work. But other than that, got to spend the whole week out here. It was wonderful. But this is, these are basic, your basic campsites like you might think of from the old days. There's just a gravel pad, a picnic table, a fire ring, that's about it. Each cluster of campsites here has a vault toilet and a dumpster, which is nice. And during the summer season they do have running drinking water available up there, but it's not on right now. Interestingly, this particular campground also has 3 horse corrals up there, but of course there's no horses there right now either. I have the place to myself. One of the cool things here is that I'm parked on basically a bluff, and the van's just right there. But I'm parked on a bluff overlooking a cove in the reservoir. It's a fairly large reservoir, and this is a smaller cove. But this thing is just filled with water birds, waterfowl of different kind, ducks and geese and the normal things. But I saw these white birds I didn't recognize, and it actually took a tip from a friend to reveal what exactly they were, and then that was it. But they're American white pelicans, and I always thought of those as shorebirds. And so apparently the deal is they are on the coast during the summer in the warmer weather, but during cooler weather they retreat inland to shallow waterways. And so that's these birds. This is their breeding season, and they're out here. You see them flying above the water and in the water. Now swimming around. I've tried to get pictures of them, but I don't have a good zoom lens, so they're pretty pathetic, but from over a wide distance. But they're really cool. So that's been a blast being able to see that. And I'll wrap this, but that's where I've been at, is at Keyhole State Park, and I was here once before. I stayed here in the midsummer, I think it was in July, and it was about 50% occupancy, which wasn't bad, but there was definitely people around. It's just wonderful having it so quiet in April. So if you're coming through here, nice enough state park. It's pretty cheap. It doesn't have, as far as I know, there's no sites with hookups. Maybe there is somewhere, but there's not here anyways. You know, but like for example in Arizona, I've stayed at a few state parks, and they all have hookups, and they cost you $30 a night. So without hookups, you know, if you're a non-resident, it's $17 a night here. So, and it does have a wall toilet and dumpsters and with water, so it's convenient. If you're coming through, it's not too far from like Devil's Tower. If you're going there, or if you're in the Black Hills heading to the Bighorns, or vice versa, you know, it's kind of a convenient spot on the way through. But I'll show you a few more clips around here as I end this video. And, you know, but hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.